Azlina, a diligent final year accounting student from UNIKL who currently do intern for hijab company Ali Senian Berhad. One day, she was called into her boss' office. Unaware of the ethical test ahead, she prepares to take on a new task.
Azlina, have a seat. Azlina, thank you for coming. I have important task for you.
Of course, miss. What do you need?
I need you to help with our year-end tax report. Just enter these names and their salaries into the payroll report, okay?
Sure, miss. But I don't recognize this name. Who they are?
They are former staff. We include them to balance the books. It's harmless and one does it. Just do as I say, okay? And also for any transaction without receipt or paid by cash, make sure they are not included in the sales report because I want to reduce our tax claim.
Huh? This name doesn't match any of the employment records.
Hey Azlina, are you okay?
Yeah. Do you know these people?
Who are these people? I have never heard of any of them. They are definitely not part of our team. This feels off, Azlina. Are you sure this came from the boss?
Yeah, and she also asked me to make a fake record on ourselves.
What? It's serious, Azlina. You could get into trouble for that. Look, I know sometimes you just follow orders without asking. But if this is different, this could affect your career. If things go wrong, you might be the one who is responsible.
Then what should I do?
Maybe you should talk to someone like Miss Ina. She's our tax consultant. I think she will know what to do, and at least you will be protected if you report it to her first.
You're right. I think I need to hear the truth before I do anything. Thank you, Miss Atika.
Welcome.
Hello, who's this?
I'm Azlina, a new intern of any company.
Oh, okay, why?
I'm sorry to bother you. I need some advice. My boss asked me to include some of fake employees and fake sales report in our tax documents.
That's illegal. It's tax evasion. You could get into trouble even if you are just following orders. Don't submit anything false.
Alright. Do you have a time, Miss Dina? I think it's better I meet you in person as soon as possible.
Sure. Let's bring everything. Don't submit those files.
Okay.
At a peaceful cafe later that evening, Azlina meets Miss Dina. The documents lay between them as Miss Dina tries to explain the potential risks faced by Azlina's situation.
Sorry, miss. I can submit this. This employee doesn't exist and put the fake amount of the company record is illegal.
Are you questioning me? You are just an intern. Do as what I told you or your internship won't last.
Azlina, this payroll entry not match any employment records. No tax filing, no balance trace, nothing. How did this happen?
I was instructed to add them, but I knew it wasn't right, so I left them out of the final submission.
Who gave the order?
Our boss, she said it was just, but I looked it up. It's a fraud.
Do you understand what would have happened if you gone along with it?
I've been lying, and people like you will be the ones that uncover it eventually.
Most interns will not risk their position over this. Why did you do it?
Because if I did not, it will be part of the problem, and I don't want that on my conscience.
Alright, good. Because the one who stay quiet will end up in my next investigation.
Will be the consequences on it?
For you? I think no. For the people who thought they could cheat the system, that is the end of my job.
Integrity means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, and even when someone powerful is pressuring you. Business must be fair, honest, and just. That's how we build trust in society. Miss Kalisa meets Miss Dina, a tax consultant, hoping to find a legal solution to the rising income tax burden faced by her company. Miss Kalisa appears slightly uneasy, indicating there's more beneath the surface.
Miss Ina, thank you so much you can come meet me today. Actually, I got some problem which I want to get your thoughts on something. Oh, what is it? We are considering reducing income tax in my company. So, what do you think about that?
May I ask what the main reason is behind the feedback?
Mostly to reduce my company cost. Throughout the year, my company income tax is much higher.
That makes sense. Is that the reason why you ask your employees to do any visible employee?
I'm so sorry about that. impact do you think we should consider?
Alright. First, I suggest you to increase your capital allowance and spend more money for business related.
Good point. So how I want to do that? Capital allowance? Can you explain about that?
Certainly, capital allowance let you deduct the cost of certain businesses' assets from your taxable profits. For example, if you purchase equipment, machinery, or even vehicles used solely for the business, those can be claimed over time or in some cases all under the annual investment allowance.
I see. So if I buy new office equipment or upgrade my machinery, which could help reduce my taxes.
Exactly. Let's say if you spend 50,000 on your machine, you may be able to deduct full amount from your profit before calculating tax, depending on the asset and the allowance available.
Especially under the annual investment allowance AIA, which currently allows you to claim up to a set amount value, depending on local tax laws. After that limit, other types of capital allowance rates would apply, such as the writing down allowance.
Got it. What about spending on things like marketing or training?
That's another good approach. Business-related expenses like advertising, staff development, travel for business, and office supplies are all allowable expenses, which means they can also reduce your taxable profits.
So the more I spend on the business wisely, of course, the less tax I pay.
Precisely. If the expenses are only and exclusively for the purpose of the business, they are tax deductible. If it's important, however, to keep clear records and receipt for everything.
Understood. Should I rush to make purchases before the financial year ends?
It can be beneficial if you had a profitable year and want to reduce your tax liability, but I always advise balancing tax savings with actual business needs. Don't spend just for the sake of deductions. Make sure it contributes to your growth of efficiency.
That makes sense. Can you help me review what qualifies and what strategy would be best before the year ends?
Absolutely. I will prepare a checklist of eligible capital expenditure and review your current profit and loss report. Then, we can make a proper plan based on that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dina. This was really helpful.
You're welcome. I will get started on the review and get back to you by the end of the week.
Guys, I had time to reflect. What I asked Azina to do was wrong. We will not proceed with first screen.
Miss, really?
Yes, I spoke with Miss Dina myself. We are revising our tax submission honestly. So, no fake employees, and from now on, we will follow the rules.
I'm glad to hear that. Honesty in taxation protects your business in the long term. The penalties for tax fraud are serious.
That's a relief. It's good to know the company stands for integrity.
Thank you, Azina, for reminding us what's right. From now on, we handle things properly moving forward.
In the end, doing the right thing inspired change. Integrity isn't weakness, it's a leadership. And it protects everyone, even the business itself.
Tak nampak.
Kenapa nak?
No bed rest, no